Yeah, go ahead. Let's go ahead and go on the air with this and just give a quick heads up. Yeah, let's do a quick.
Okay, so we need to get the open going.
The what?
I just need to know when you did this so I can get to the
Closed captioning, yeah.
So we need to open.
Yeah, that's them. You got to let them know.
Hey, guys.
All right, good Friday morning. I'm WTVA meteorologist Joel Young here at WTVA 9 News. A brand new tornado warning has been issued now for northern Tishomingo County. This includes Doski, it includes Grand Harbor, J.P. Coleman State Park. If I didn't pronounce your town right, I apologize. We just want to make sure everyone is safe here. This is a storm that has shown signs of rotation here. We'll look at velocity from one radar site. That rotation is in the Crossroads area, Doski area, and that's moving to the north and east. It's going to be moving over Pickwick Lake. Hopefully we don't have anyone out on their boats on Pickwick Lake right now. That's why before this was issued, I wanted to make sure we got on the air to give everybody a heads up who might be outdoors this afternoon or this morning along the Tennessee River here. So this warning does not just include Tishomingo County. This goes all the way here into northwest Lauderdale County and then into parts of McNairy County, Tennessee. So that includes all areas pretty much right there on Pickwick Lake. To look at radar once again, we do have that storm that's basically right over Pickwick Lake. You've got the heavy rain. It's not the most menacing storm when you look at radar, but when you look at the velocity, it's a different story. It's like this with all of these thunderstorms that we are tracking right now. I'm going to show you that. Again, this tornado warning will continue for a while longer. That warning actually, let's get an actual time on that. That will go until 10:45. It's moving at 40 miles per hour. So we're going to track it from the Crossroads area. I'm going to try to put a different track on that really quickly, make sure we have the velocity on it correct. That's generally moving to the northeast at 40 miles per hour, heading toward J.P. Coleman State Park. So that's Crossroads right now. It's on top of you. Pickwick Lake, 4 minutes. J.P. Coleman State Park, 7 minutes. Eventually over into Pollard's Mill, I believe that's in Tennessee there. That's in 18 minutes. So here soon, that will be outside of the WTVA 9 News coverage area. But I do want to also highlight, before it gets too far out, I don't want to miss anything else that's happening elsewhere. We do have several other storms that we're tracking right now in Prentiss County, Lee County, Pontotoc County. You've got several storms there that while they look small on radar, they are tapping into just enough of that low-level shear that is necessary to get isolated tornadoes going. Again, this is northern Tishomingo County where we have this tornado warning. Let's look again at the velocity, see how that's shaping up in terms of the rotation. And it is just holding its own right now. Hopefully this does not drop a tornado anytime soon, but we're here with you if it does. Highway 25, east of 25, all the way across Pickwick Lake. That warning does extend right there through that whole tri-state area. You've got northwestern Lauderdale County, southern Marion County. I believe it also goes over into the next county down. But again, if you are watching us in far northern Tishomingo County, that does not include you in Iuka. You're going to be fine. But Grand Harbor, J.P. Coleman State Park, and right in that general area between Iuka and the Tennessee state line, you are under that tornado warning that goes until, I believe, let's look one more time and see how long it goes. It goes until 10:45. Also new right now, we have a tornado watch that has now been issued for those northeast Mississippi counties. This includes Monroe, Chickasaw, Calhoun, Pontotoc, Lee, Itawamba, and all those counties I mentioned earlier, Tippah, Alcorn, you're included in that. In fact, I'm going to pull up a different map that shows also the warnings. So this is your tornado watch. This is your warning. So you have a tornado warning in far northern Tishomingo County and northwestern Lauderdale County outside of our area. That will probably be released here soon once the rotation gets across Pickwick Lake. So I want you to stay in your safe place. But as we look now at radar, once again, you can see we have several storms in this area that are in that favorable atmosphere that could rotate, just like the one in northern Tishomingo County. Each one of those, I know they look small on radar, but with tropical systems, they are capable often to produce little isolated spin-up tornadoes, and that's what we've been tracking that potential for all morning long. We were on the air this morning with Oxford. Now we're with you here just north of Iuka. So Tishomingo County, you're under that tornado warning until, I believe it's 10:45 maybe. I want to look at that one more time. I know I said it a moment ago. Yeah, 10:45, but that's going to be released here shortly. But all these other storms, and I'm going to look at velocity once again to make sure. I think if we have another warning here soon, it could come for Prentiss County and northeastern Lee County, probably more Prentiss County on down the road. So Marietta, you might be next. So those are the storms we're watching right now. And here shortly, that Tishomingo portion of the storm might be allowed to expire. But I do want to point out that down the road, Glenn, there's another area of rotation trying to pop up. So even if that one's canceled, this one could strengthen as it moves into that same zone. So when this tornado warning is dropped in just 1 minute, a new warning could come if that strengthens. So we're going to hold on just another minute until these our warnings have expired. But again, to reiterate, and I'm going to pull up a different map so we are able to show you the watches and warnings. We have that tornado watch that goes until 4 o'clock for all of these counties in the Northeast. This one here, this warning, it's going to expire soon. The blue counties, we have a watch. What does that mean? You need to identify your safe place, be within feet of that, watch for a warning. That's the best way I describe it with children. You're watching for a warning. If the warning is issued, then you take action. If a watch is issued, you're watching for the warning. So again, that warning here in Tishomingo County is about to be dropped here in just a few seconds. The one over northwest Lauderdale County will go for a while longer. That's outside our coverage area. So here in just a moment, we will disengage. I will look one more time at the velocity before we disengage on that. I want to look at the velocity on it, make sure it's out of our area. It's still there, y'all. And I know that it's, not the most intense looking rotation, but as long as it's in our area, I would imagine they might allow that to go a little while longer. The National Weather Service did send me a letter. Actually, there it goes. It's now gone. It said they were going to say it's going to expire, but anticipating this storm will have crossed. So that's the reason why they've allowed it to expire, because of the fact that it's crossing over into Lauderdale County. Keep in mind, there's another area back toward Glenn that could re-strengthen. Everywhere else at the moment looks okay. This area here, though, I'm about to let you go back to regular programming, but Marietta, Bay Springs Lake, heads up, that spot is starting to show signs of strengthening. I want you to be ready to go. I'm kind of on the fence, so I want to let you go. I'd like to let you go, but there may be a need for a new warning soon for southeast Prentiss County, so as soon as I go off the air, I might have to jump back on. Once again, let's look at that rotation. I'm gonna hold on before I go. I want to see one new scan of this. Casey Creek, that area, that's strengthening, and it could strengthen a little bit more as it moves down the road. New site, Marietta, have 1 foot in your safe place, another foot out. You don't have a warning yet, but it could be coming at any minute. Waiting for another update. County Road 511, that general area, southeastern Prentiss County, we need to be ready in case that warning comes out at any point. I'm looking at it and I see no updates on it. I don't see the Weather Service chat talking about it right now, so tell you what, I will release you to regular programming for now. We actually just got a new update. It does not look like it is strengthened for now. Let's go back to regular programming. I'm WTVA meteorologist Joel Young. We'll be watching this behind the scenes, and as soon as we get a new update, we'll let you know. Alrighty.
Always watching, always tracking. WTVA 9 News begins with the Severe Weather Authority.
Yeah, perfect. Yep. Okay, so we were just testing that open for the next time we go on. Still going to be watching these closely. All right. Hey, Liz, just a heads up. If you hear me shout that we're going to go on again, you know, just go ahead and I guess we might have a little, like another 15 minutes. I don't know how long it's been. Time flies.
I just ordered another 30.
Okay, that's fine. We'll probably have another warning. So,
Brad's got the open going now.
Okay, perfect.
Loaded, and so
good to go.
Get that on.
I need to get some water before we go back on again.
We've got Alexis at the Union County right now, but we haven't heard anything.
If you haven't heard anything, just have her on standby, ready to go to the next one.
Okay.
Joel, for noon, I know we're always watching, always tracking. I was going to show the funnel cloud and then go straight to you.
Okay.
'Cause I know
If there's a warning, obviously, we'll just go straight to me and just, you know what I mean?
right now we have a watch, right?
Right now there's a watch, but the warnings are coming in and out, so.
Okay. We're still just producing the show as if it's going to be
Yeah,
a show.
do that.
Okay.
Yeah, don't. These things, if they go to kaput, you got to have a show. All right, so if you're watching along at home, I'm sure many of you are. I've had to regroup, got me a little water, so I think we're going to be good to go for the next little bit. This is an area I'm watching right now. It is just sustaining its rotation. It is not tight enough for them to issue a warning, and I'm sure they're watching it. They're also watching some storms up into West Tennessee right now. But that storm, I want to make sure, if it shows another sign of strengthening though, I hate doing this, jumping on the air before the warning comes out. That's so weird, I know, but like, there are times I'm confident that they're going to issue a warning, and I'm in talks with them the whole time. And so if I know they're about to do it, I want to make sure that everybody has a chance to seek that shelter rather than waiting until that warning comes out. So, and sometimes it's not but 15 seconds I'm on the air and then the warning comes, but every second counts. So that's how you play this game during tropical systems. During the spring, you know, it's a little of a different game, but it's like finding a needle in the haystack. So once you identify the rotation, you have to jump on and make sure people have that lead time. I want to look at some of these other storms. So, thanks, man. That's colder.
It's cold water.
Thank you. I need cold water. That's good. All right. So there was another storm earlier. Thanks, Josh. There was another storm that we were tracking, and we're still tracking, but Tupelo, and I think a lot of folks probably heard me say at some point this would affect Tupelo. It has moved on past Tupelo, now past Saltillo, right over the Natchez Trace. It's going to head toward Marietta. These two could merge, by the way. So that's a possibility going forward. That would be something to watch in southern Tishomingo County. and I'm going to say this off the air, but Tishomingo County always seems to get a warning. If there's ever a chance for tornado warnings, it seems like Tishomingo and Noxubee. We want to make sure these get out of Tishomingo County before they ever have a chance to produce. I'm not superstitious, but you know, if it just seems like it happens every time. So Hills Chapel School, also out in that general vicinity. You're probably going to be on the north side of that storm. But if you look at these, they're almost like miniature springtime storms. Usually you might have a storm like this, but it's like the size of both of them in the spring. Along tropical storms, there's just enough of the shear available to get little bitty ones, and that means mini tornadoes. And you know, but a mini tornado, I never want to write it off because that can do significant damage. And if you think about some of the ones we've seen in the past with Harvey, you had several tornadoes, one of which ended up being, I think, an EF2 or an EF3 down into Pickens County, one of the stronger tropical induced tornadoes, if you will. So we can't let our guard down. This is a tropical depression just like Harvey was when it passed through here. So again, we got to watch it. So we're watching every single one of these. I'm going to reiterate that they were just, I keep hearing a ding, by the way. I'm in the National Weather Service chat. They're sending out messages saying a new tornado warning's coming out, but that's for West Tennessee. So it's outside of our area. If you know family, though, by the way, in Hardin County, Tennessee, that storm we were tracking into Tishomingo County has now prompted a new tornado warning there. So let me pull up this map once again to reiterate, and I've got to get this on the web real quick. This tornado watch goes until 4 o'clock. So it includes Calhoun, Chickasaw, Monroe County, and North. All right, so let me get this on the website. If you'll bear with me, you're going to hear me doing a lot of typing here in a second, but I'm going to make sure that this gets put out. You know what? Thank you, Morgan. She screenshot that, and so I don't even have to worry about, I'm just going to retweet her. I don't know if she's watching on the live stream, but I really appreciate that. Lots of teamwork going on here. All right, so I'm going to post it on my Facebook page. Right now, still no, you know what, I'm going to, on this other computer, I'm going to be, while I have that graphic up, I've got to make sure I can keep a close eye on one thing while I'm doing another. Hey, hi. On the Facebook or on the website. Ooh. They're low. I mean, I don't think that was a tornado on the ground, but man, it was close.
Those clouds.
It's tropical. Yeah, look at that. Can you give that to Tanya to put on the air? All right. Let me get velocity up on this computer. So far, so good with those others. If we can keep that going. There's rotation, but it's weak on most of these, on all of them for the most part. All right. I can pull up radar here now. Why is the computer so slow? This hasn't done it all day. And it loads right when I hit refresh. Great.